Hey Brian, you're running in District 20 against Debbie Wasserman-Schultz. Tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us why you're running for the seat.
Hi, and thank Javier for having me on the Shark Tank. I appreciate it. I'm from upstate New York, a small town, Niagara Falls, very humble and meager beginnings. One of 8 children. I was fortunate that my father believed in a good education, and only making $7,000 a year, he was able to send 8 of us to a good private education to become better and make something of ourselves. From Niagara Falls, I moved to New York City to go after making a better career and being able to help support my family back in Niagara Falls. And found that a big school name didn't make you a big employee. Having small town values and a hard work ethic made you a good employee. When I went to high school, like I said, my father didn't make a lot of money, but I'd clean toilets after school, and that helped me get through my education. So I took that hard work ethic, went to Wall Street, worked hard, worked my way up the ladder, was in many senior positions at Fortune 500 companies, and from there 9/11 happened. And I realized life has an expiration date, and it was time to go from Main Street to Wall Street, back to Main Street. And I opened some businesses in upstate New York, putting some jobs back in the community that helped me become who I am today, and also moved here to Florida to create a better life for me and my future family and try to make a difference in the community down here.
Well, you mentioned jobs. Florida has one of the highest unemployment rates in the country. How can we create more jobs? How can we bring more jobs down to the state?
Well, it's very easy. You got to have sensibility. You got to have smaller government. You got to have less taxes. You have to have incentive for small businesses to hire more people so they can expand their operations. The economy is run by small business, and right now the government has it backwards, thinking bigger government is going to lead us out of this recession, and it's wrong. It's going to be smaller government, less taxes, less burden on small corporations so they can expand and hire more employees. We have the plan. It's on our website, brianreilly4congress.net. And unlike other politicians, we want to talk about what we're going to do versus just talking about what's wrong with the world.
2 hot topics. First one is immigration. How do you feel about blanket amnesty for illegal immigrants?
Well, I don't believe in blanket amnesty for anything. The word illegal just says it all. If it's illegal, it's illegal, and we need to address it. The problem is the genie's out of the bottle already. We have millions of illegal immigrants in the country. We need to address the situation of what's going on. We need to secure our borders. We need to make sure we have a comprehensive immigration plan in place in the country. We need to have a cohesive strategy with the states and the federal government and the military. Secure the borders, and we need to have a practical approach to resolving our illegal immigrants that are already in the country.
And then the hot topic nowadays is health care. Tell us, how can we fix the health care issue? What can you do if you were to beat Debbie Wasserman-Schultz in District 20 this year? How would you help bring upon, let's say, a real healthcare reform?
Well, first of all, there needs to be healthcare reform. I agree. But we don't need extra bureaucracy in Washington. We need to make sure that healthcare is affordable and available. And with saying that, it is available, it's just we don't have a strategy in place on a national level to distribute healthcare. We can distribute it. There's ways to do it. There's a company that I'm working with that we're consulting with a couple states up northeast about bringing universal healthcare to the working poor. There's ways to do healthcare with smaller government with no taxation and quality healthcare at the same time. And the government has lost sight of what it's all about. The government's not here to create bigger bureaucracy for itself. It's to give opportunities and to bring good strategies from a federal level to the state levels. As Ronald Reagan says, the government was created by the states for the states, not to stand by our side and help us, but not to stand on our back. And the way they're going about universal healthcare right now is the wrong strategy.
Now, I'm going to go back to the illegal immigration because aside from the illegal immigration of people coming here from South American countries, there's the issue of Islamic fundamentalism. Again, you said seal the borders with the military. What other ways can we fight this war on terror?
Well, radical Islam has affected me in a serious way. I worked on Wall Street on 9/11. I watched the buildings crumble. I sat there and lost a lot of loved ones, friends, and sat there in terror watching the buildings crumble. That had a major effect on me, and I didn't have to lose my friends. And the reason I lost them is because we didn't secure our borders correctly, because we had people in the country that shouldn't have been here. It was a breakdown on a national level of intelligence, the CIA, to the FBI, to local, to the local airports where they got on the planes. So that's why I said we need a cohesive strategy. I'm not looking for a militarized border, but I'm looking for a strategy and a cohesive plan where the military and the federal government and the states come together and make sure that 9/11 never happens again and that our borders are secure. We are a compassionate country. We do want immigrants. We're a country that's been developed from immigrants. We do want people into the country, but we need to have the proper strategy and stick to it.
Brian, again, thanks a lot for coming on the Shark Tank.
Hey, appreciate it, Javier.